CTV the possible dangers associated with Clark's recent renovations.
Then learn about the lives and experiences of international students here at CSU.
And finally, learn more about the controversial banner that was discovered hanging from one of CSU's many fraternities.
All of this and more tonight on CTV.
Good evening, Rams. I'm Michael Rosales.
And I'm Gabriel Hibbitts.
Just this morning, news was released that CSU will be leaving the Mountain West Conference and joining the Pac-12. CSU will not be the only school from the Mountain West making this move. Boise State, San Diego State, and California State University of Fresno are all joining the Pac-12. Each school is looking to pay a multi-million-dollar exit fee to the Mountain West, although it is not clear if the universities will have to pay the fee themselves or if they will receive some help from the Pac-12. The move will go into effect on July 1st, 2026, but the Pac-12 is still looking to gain 2 more schools. The Pac-12 must have a minimum of 8 schools in order to receive a league membership from the NCAA under the football subdivision.
A suspect has been arrested for a fire that burned almost 10,000 acres and destroyed 28 homes and 21 other structures this summer. The Alexander Mountain Fire started on July 29th and had 625 personnel fighting it at its peak, and now officials have arrested Jason Hobby, a 49-year-old Loveland resident. Officials say that investigators found evidence of firing on top of Alexander Mountain and discovered Hobby had bypassed road closures during the fire, where he represented himself and his vehicle as a wildland firefighter. Hobby was arrested on Tuesday afternoon and faces several charges, including first-degree arson, impersonation of a police officer, menacing, false imprisonment, and impersonating a public official.
After 2 years?
You gotta be kidding me!
Okay, no.
Robbie!
Seriously, do you have anything you can use against the dragon?
I can do fireball, that'll do a lot of damage.
Yeah, to all of us!
Well,
We're in a 4-foot group!
I'm sorry, what else do you want me to do?
Okay.
Hold on. All right. Wizard, what do you do?
We apologize, we were having some technical difficulties, but I'll get right back into it. Currently in Fort Collins it is 81 degrees, the sun has set at 7:13 p.m. and it was a little bit of a drier day with 0% humidity. It's been a bit of a windier day. The wind has moved west-southwest at 10 miles per hour. Yesterday displayed some unpredictable weather, some rain, some lightning, and even a rainbow over CSU's very own Canvas Stadium. Today we've seen clearer skies with wind gusts up to 12 miles per hour. Autumn is now in the air. Heading into the overnight lows, Fort Collins is going to sit at 51 degrees tonight, and we have a fire warning throughout the state of Colorado. It is because of the high winds tonight. Craig is going to be a low of 35 degrees, Vail 42, Denver 57. Colorado Springs at 56 and Pueblo also at 56, Limon at 50 and Burlington at 56. Tomorrow in Fort Collins we will see more of the same weather. We have a high of 81 degrees, a low of 62. The sun will set 1 minute later at 7:12 p.m. It's going to be a dry day again and slightly windy at 5 miles per hour east. Over the next 5 days, we're going to see more of the same. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are going to be in the high 80s with mid 50s overnight. Tuesday and Wednesday are going to sit at the mid 70s with some high 40s overnight. And that brings me to the end of our weather forecast tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Elyse. CSU and the President's Sustainability Commission have received numerous environmental honors over the years and take pride in their reputation as a green state institution. Recently, they achieved a new sustainability milestone by designing and distributing pollution-reducing cook stoves.
They make stoves that are cook stoves that burn fuel more efficiently. They help reduce pollution, they help save lives, and they help make air quality better. And we were really excited to be able to purchase some carbon offsets through EnviroFit to help reduce the cost of these stoves as they get deployed to developing nations around the world.
Carbon offsetting cook stoves isn't the only recent sustainability success. The President's Sustainability Commission has also made great strides in the realm of clean energy, such as offsetting the carbon footprint of electric vehicle charging stations on main campus and the mountain campus.
At all levels of our university, that people are committed to fighting climate change. People want to make a positive influence. We want to support the integration of sustainability across all aspects of the university, and I think that's part of what helps us stand out.
A few days ago, the President's Sustainability Commission celebrated 10 years of being at the top level of sustainability rankings, with STAR's Platinum rating. This is a huge testament to the dedication CSU has towards maintaining its reputation as a green campus.
The Clark Building, one of the most frequented buildings on campus, as most of us know, is currently undergoing major renovations, with only the C wing open to students and staff. Concerns are rising over whether the building is safe in its current state according to safety regulations. For every 500 people, there should be at least 3 emergency exits available. However, the ongoing construction, multiple exits have been closed, leaving two for the entire building. This reduced the number of exits has led to crowded stairwells and long lines during peak hours, with students struggling to move between floors. Many worry about what might happen in the event of an emergency, where fast evacuations is crucial. The current situation raises questions about whether there are enough accessible exits to safely evacuate everyone in a timely manner. We attempted to reach out to university officials to address these concerns, but so far we have not received a response.
The town of Wellington is currently grappling with skyrocketing water prices. Many residents are extremely displeased with the sudden raise in water bills in the region, with some bills reaching higher than $1,000 per month. The gravity of this issue is prominent enough to make residents want to leave the homes they rent or sell their current home and move elsewhere.
The upcoming Rocky Mountain showdown between CSU and CU is generating a lot of excitement and some controversy. Some students have been trying to make a quick buck by selling their free football tickets online, but doing so could have some serious consequences. Ryan Pfeiffer, Senior Director of Strategic Communications, has made it clear students are not allowed to sell or transfer their free student tickets. When asked about the situation, Pfeiffer said, "This is against our CSU ticket regulations and it is a scam. Students caught selling their tickets will face a flag on their account and lose access to any student tickets for the next year." We spoke to one CSU student who shared his thoughts on the issue.
Try to if they don't want to use the ticket, they can just give it away to someone for free instead of trying to make money off of it. Yeah.
As the university gears up for the big game, they're keeping a close eye on ticket sales to ensure all students get a fair chance to attend. But if you're thinking about selling your ticket, think twice. It could cost you more than you think.
Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris debated for the first time on Tuesday evening, discussing topics such as abortion and immigration and student loan forgiveness. On abortion, Harris supports restoring Roe v. Wade and protecting a woman's right to choose, while Trump takes credit for overturning Roe and supports leaving the decision to the states. On immigration, Trump proposed tougher measures, including restoring the Remain in Mexico policy and using National Guard and local law enforcement to address illegal immigration, while Harris supports keeping families together and a bipartisan bill that would allow the president to limit new arrivals under certain conditions. Regarding student loans, Harris backs debt-free college income-based repayment, while Trump opposes student loan forgiveness and supports cuts to related programs. Definitively, we won't know the results of the election until November, so if you want a say in this election, consider registering to vote.
International students at Colorado State University are enriching the campus with diverse cultures and perspectives. Tonight, reporter Karma Robbins, who couldn't be here with us tonight, brings us a story that explores their unique challenges and how they're adjusting to life in Fort Collins.
Thanks, guys. Good evening, Rams. My name is Karma Robbins. At CSU, we have such a great diversity of students, which is what makes CSU so interesting. We have many international students here, and I got the opportunity to speak to a couple of them, one being from Sweden and one being from Africa.
I am just think it's a great opportunity for basketball in the States and to combine basketball with your education.
First of all, basketball. Basketball is a big thing. I want to play basketball in different levels.
Another person I went and talked to was the director of international students and scholars.
I thought, hey, what a great opportunity to kind of connect with other students and provide really a caring and advocating environment for them.
As international students, they have had many challenges that they have struggled with here in the U.S.
But I think one of the difficult part of being an international student, it is being far away from your family.
I think in the beginning, the language was hard. Not I didn't know English, but more to get used to everyday conversations. And
on campus, we have many resources for international students to help them while being here.
Definitely back office, one of the black African American culture center. I normally go there to study.
Both schools I've been to have been really good at having specific communities for international students. So I think that has been very helpful, but also just to have a team. When you're an athlete and you have a team, that becomes your second family when you're here. So I think that's the most helpful resource.
But then CSU, one of the things that I love about CSU is that it's not just the Office of International Programs, International Student Community, it's our international student community. And
for other international students wanting to study in the U.S., they have each given you a piece of advice.
Definitely explore everything. There's so much things that American have to offer.
I think just you're gonna regret not going if you are just too scared. So just go, and the worst thing that can happen is that you don't like it and you go home.
There's going to be opportunities, so just to encourage them, get involved, get plugged into the community, study hard, that's what you're here for, but definitely connect with domestic students and make friends with the U.S. Domestic students as well. So.
Being from California, learning about international students and what the school can do to help them has been really nice, especially because they can't go home as much as other students. I loved getting to know them, and I can't wait to see how CSU continues to grow with the diversity. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Karma, for that insightful story on how these students are navigating life at CSU. Now stick around, Rams, because after the break, our sports reporter, Zoe Weir, will fill us in on the upcoming Rocky Mountain Showdown.
Living with someone you don't know on the other side of the wall is hard, especially if you don't know how to be a good roommate. The first thing that you'll want to do to be a good roommate is make sure that you always stay quiet. Be considerate of others when using common spaces and appliances.
Hey buddy, what you doing?
I'm just gonna need 40 minutes. Be respectful of your roommate's privacy. Ugh, my bad. Finally, make sure that you clean up after yourself. Oh, fresh toothbrush.
Have you seen my toothbrush?
Follow these tips to get along with your roommates and your landlord.
What's up, Ram fans, and welcome back to CTV Sports. Wow, it is already the Thursday before the Rocky Mountain Showdown, aka the game that had 9.3 million views last year. The University of Colorado Boulder, led by Coach Deion Sanders, is heading up north to take on the Colorado State Rams, led by Coach Jay Norvell. Now, last year, this was one of the most thrilling games in college football. The Buffs defeated the Rams 43-35 in double overtime. And this rivalry is no joke. Last time these two teams faced each other, it was a heated game to say the least. But as we look forward to this year's game, both of these teams come into play 1-1, and the Rams are more than excited to host the Buffs to see who's going to own the Rockies this season. The best way to get hyped up before such a big game is with music. Here's what the Rams will be listening to this Saturday. What's up, CTV? We are at Canvas Stadium, and we're going to ask the players what's their hype song going to be this Saturday as they take on the Buffs.
I'm Paddy Turner, and my favourite hype song is the Suiting Up theme song.
My name is Matt Greenwald, and my favorite hype song is The Night of Nights, The Night of Nights Tonight.
Right. My name is Kobe Johnson, and my hype song before a game is Osborne Flow by Ola Runt.
Pop up on your block like a jack in the box, pop up on my arm.
My name is Avery Morrow, and my favorite hype song is, what's it called? It's by Kodak, bro. Skrilla. All about the Skrilla.
Jordan Williams, Frozen by Lil Baby.
Out the box, I hate being bunched up. Glad that I've been through a lot. You made
Nico Lopez and Hype by Drake.
Okay.
I hate a goofy especially. They always dying to mention me.
Alright, my name is Dominique Jones. My hype song is Hail Mary by Tupac.
It's just a swell, Hail Mary with me.
Hello, my name is Jacob Gardner. My favorite hype song is Them Bones by Alice in Chains.
Armani Winfield, The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
And for me, mine has got to be Fancy by Drake. And well, Rams, get up and get excited because Fort Collins is turning into a city we're not used to for this matchup. We'll see you next Thursday as we look on to the outcome of the Rocky Mountain Showdown and dive into more college football. Now stick around because after the break, our investigative reporters are going to fill us in on some of the more controversial news happening on campus.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Welcome back from the break, Rams. I'm Kate Sherman.
I'm JJ McKinney. It's been over 1 week since CSU's Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity became the center of controversy when a CSU student, along with multiple student organizations, accused the fraternity of displaying Uncle Sam in what allegedly appears to be blackface. The footage spread all across social media when it eventually caught the attention of Colorado State University. The university issued a statement about the incident. CSU stated that they do take the reported incidents of racial insensitivity seriously, are currently gathering facts to understand what happened. They continued by stating that regardless of how the situation occurred, that real harm was caused to members of the community. They finished their statement by enforcing that racism in any form is unacceptable and not aligned with CSU's principles of community.
Lambda Chi Alpha has come up with their own statement on their Instagram. The fraternity states that the images taken of the banner of Uncle Sam did not represent what the banner was actually for. They claim that rain allegedly hit the banner and that the rain, along with the lighting of the photos, caused the banner to look darker. Lambda Chi Alpha goes on to apologize for the strain that it has left on the Fort Collins community while condemning racism and prejudice.
A video was posted on the social media app Yik Yak of people claiming to be members of Lambda Chi doing an experiment where they allegedly put the paint they said was used to paint the banner in water before putting it in lighting similar to the original video in an attempt to explain the darker skin color. However, it should be noted that due to the anonymity of Yik Yak, paired with the fact that Lambda Chi's executives have not directly claimed responsibility for this video, we have to stress that the video cannot be proven real or fake at this time.
With responses from CSU and Lambda Chi about the incident, Members of United Men of Color, United Women of Color, and the Black Student Alliance gave updated responses, sharing their respective feelings about the incident.
I was surprised, like I said in the beginning, and then I was also disappointed. I was confused on why this had happened. Originally, I thought it was a mockery of what we were trying to do at UMC. It's kind of uncomfortable because it made me look at the fraternities in a different light.
Now, I can say for both of the orgs, we had pretty much the same thoughts of it. And our statements was calling, one, for the frat to be de-recognized here at CSU because we thought it was just blatant blackface. And then we were denouncing their actions completely. So them being unacknowledged would them pulling their standing here as a frat at CSU.
And again, they just said it was the bad lighting, the water, it rained last night, and it made the tarp turn a different color, which doesn't make sense. It didn't just go from a white tarp to a brown tarp, especially just on the face, on one point of the tarp. I think it was just an excuse.
I was disappointed as a upperclassman. I was jaded to it because it's not uncommon at the school for a lot of the black students to experience. I started getting angry because I started hearing the freshmen feel so disheartened and hurt because they thought CSU was a safe place. They thought that CSU would do something. So once they were seeing the upperclassmen's reactions, they're like, oh yeah, no, they do that sometimes, we're so sorry. Sometimes, even if they do punish the student or organization for whatever misconduct that they did, it kind of gets brushed underneath the rug at times. I don't want the younger classmen feeling disempowered.
Yeah, I don't feel like they really apologize. They probably just apologize to make themselves look better and to try not to get in as much trouble as they should be getting in at the moment. With their apology, they just came with more excuses on how it wasn't blackface, this and that, yada yada. See actions done. Words only going to go as far, but I would like to see some actions, disciplinary actions, some probation or something of that nature done. CSU.
I feel like in terms of an organization, I feel like this stems from a cultural and racial blindness more than flat out racism or bigotry. And I believe as a org, the school should be pushing for racial discrimination and inequality education so these frats are knowledgeable in these attributes.
Now, some citizens may be confused about the significance of blackface and why this situation has caused so much uproar. We're here to shed some light on the topic, but we must warn viewers that we will show historic images of blackface for educational purposes. Still, this may be disturbing. According to the National Museum of African American History at the Smithsonian, blackface is the act of performers using dark makeup, whether that is charcoal or paint, to act like a black person. It often involves promoting negative stereotypes about black people as a way to discredit black performers and tear down black people for the entertainment of white audiences. It was a popular act during the 1800s and 1900s during the Jim Crow era of the United States, where black people were segregated and treated as second-class citizens in the U.S. The act is now seen as a dark and painful reminder of the racism of the U.S. and is frowned upon today.
We have reached out to Lambda Chi Alpha for an in-person interview and are waiting for a response. We have also reached out to Fraternity and Sorority Life, who declined to comment at least until CSU's investigation is concluded. This is an ongoing investigation, and CTV will ensure to keep you posted. But that is all the news we have for you tonight, Rams. Check out our YouTube channel for more content all week, and stay safe and have a great weekend.